morning. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you today?
Good, good. I'm
Good.
doing good.
It's nice to meet you. Are you in New York?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to getting into Hidden and your world of music, so thank you for taking a minute out.
Hey, next to you.
So let's begin our conversation before we get into the new album I'm curious, surviving this pandemic was such a big deal for the jazz community. And I'm wondering what kind of effects of living through this has made you change the way that you do things now or influence this new album?
Yeah, I think the bigger uh, change in my life is I was living in Colombia like when the pandemic hit the world. Then I met my actual wife now, and because of that, I'm here in New York.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we met through the pandemic thing. Then I think that it was a very positive change in my life. Yes, I and also I think in that time I started thinking more about changing my thoughts about composition.
Yeah.
Then I think I had the time to to work on my new ideas
Yeah.
about combine different sources of information and inspiration.
Speaking of inspiration, talk to me about Hidden. What was the inspiration? What was kind of the vision for this album?
Yeah, when I am composing, I try to use that the things that I am experiencing that time and also the things that I am reading. I like to read about different things, and in that time I was reading about this combination between philosophy and uh, climate change. They then this album try to reflect some thoughts about that and the way that I combine them is strange because when I composing, I let my brain to wander about things, and I started writing down ideas like sometimes automatically, like constructing these things in a organic way. Some of that songs are composed in that way, like just bringing ideas and start writing down and playing and make some kind of architecture of these inspirational thoughts.
So, what are you hoping the listener gets from this album?
I'm hoping that the listener could listen something different and that they can listen to my different influences because I I came from Colombia, that is a country full of Latin American music and Colombian music, and I'm also like to play free jazz and free improvisation, and I'm also like to play jazz, and is I think, and one of my biggest inspiration is also the contemporary world of classical music that I studied that. Then I try to combine all of these things, and I think it's a new kind of music. I think that they can recognize this different approach.
Yeah. So take me back to the beginnings. Take me back to where you were born and raised and how music and more specifically jazz became your world.
Yeah, I was born in Colombia in this city called Barranquilla, but I didn't live there so much. I was raised in Cali, Colombia. This city is a relatively big city, and it's full of this salsa music. We are one of the biggest cities that loves salsa, and I grew up playing this music. Yeah, my first approach to music was playing tropical music and salsa. And after that, for some recordings, for example, La Sonora Ponceña or kind of these salsa bands, they have this pianist that plays like some jazzy things, and the Cuban, the Afro-Cuban jazz also. Irakere, this Chucho Valdés, Gonzalo Rubalcaba, this kind. Then I started thinking about this, and I used to record these radio stations that play jazz. Then I recorded in tapes all what they were saying about the jazz community and yeah, all these main pianists. Then I started taking lessons with a very important pianist in my city that is called Jaime now. He kind of can play jazz and salsa, and I started doing that, like including in my salsa playing some jazz stuff. And after that, I studied classical music, piano in my city, and after that, I went to Argentina to study jazz in this conservatoire that is called Manuel de Falla. That they have very good musicians there playing jazz. Then that was like my story.
So was it always a dream to come to America?
Yeah, as a jazz musician, to be here in New York is a dream that you never know if you can do it, because I came here in 2014 just for visiting and going to the clubs and seeing my favorite musicians. And I think that that was the all that I can do about that. Just coming here once in a year or once, twice a year, twice every 2 years to take lessons, to see the musicians. But now I am living here. Yeah, it's strange now because I am 43 years old, and this is the thing that musicians do, but and their 20s.
Yeah.
Then this kind of different because I had my life in Bogota. I was teaching in a couple of universities, teaching music, teaching piano, and playing in Bogota in this diversity place that we combine many kind of improvisational music. Then to be here is a dream come true. But it's also difficult because when you are in New York, you have these amazing musicians. Then sometimes it's tough to start here.
So I got to know, having that dream of being in New York, which is the biggest place on the planet for jazz, what was the place that you really wanted to play and you finally got to play? You got on the stage and you were like, wow, this is happening.
I think my dream would be to play at the Village Vanguard. This is the most amazing place with a lot of history and the sound there is so special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went yeah many times there to see Fred Hersch, Craig Taborn, and yeah, many musicians, Aaron Parks, and the sound is so special. I think it would be my greatest dream.
Yeah. So why do you love jazz?
I love jazz because jazz is this thing that permits to bring your own personality to the music and also be aware to be there, like to be present in that moment and share these feelings with another musicians, and it's something, yeah, very special.
Yeah.
I think it's the freedom, but also the communication.
Yeah, for sure. So I got to know, if anyone wants to pick up a copy of Hidden that will benefit you the most, catch you live, anything else that's going on in your world, where can they go?
I'm going to release the album. The album concert release would be at Greenwich House of Music in December 20th at 7:30 p.m. I'm gonna release the album with these amazing musicians, with Ralph Alessi, John Hebert, and Satoshi Takeishi. And I'll have another gig in January in Shapeshifter Lab in Brooklyn. And also they can visit my page, my website, and I'm putting there my upcoming gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and also my Instagram pages and Facebook. I am putting all the information there.
Okay. Holman, this has been wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your story. Thank you for your time. Best of luck with the release. Have a great holiday season, man.
Thank you for having me in this wonderful program.
Yeah.